Best Wishes to All is the latest Japanese horror film to land on Shudder. This film is produced by the director of The Grudge, and you can see the influence of those early J-horror films. Many of the popular J-horror films of the early 90s and 2000s all had really cool concepts and atmosphere that were explored to a perfect degree. Films like Ringu, Ju-on, and the criminally underrated Dark Waters. Best Wishes to All is inspired by that wave of J-horror. It expands and modernizes the genre to an often chilling effect. But at the end of the day, is this film a return to J-horror of yesteryear? Well, yes and no. It's complicated. Best Wishes to All is about a young nurse studying in Tokyo who takes a vacation in the country to visit her grandparents. Upon arriving, she begins to notice that her grandparents are acting very creepy. And after a few unsettling encounters with her grandparents, she soon discovers something sinister going on in the house that changes her perception of the world. So one of the aspects of J-horror that Best Wishes to All does well is its concept. This movie isn't just old people are creepy. I mean, to some extent it is that, but the film actually evolves and turns into something far more interesting than just old people being creepy. That's because at about the halfway mark, the film lays out what it's actually about. I do consider what the concept of this film is as a spoiler, given that it is not revealed in the trailer, so I won't say exactly what the concept is, but what I will talk about is its theme. The theme of this movie is that someone's happiness often relies on others' suffering. And it's this theme that is woven into the plot that I found to be pretty fascinating. Unfortunately, as interesting as the concept is, it lands with mixed results. My biggest problem with the film is that the film doesn't fully explain or explore its concept. I understand on a surface level what is happening and why, but I wanted to know how this all worked. I really wish there was one character to sit the protagonist down to explain the rules of how this whole thing works. But that never comes, and because of that, it left me a bit cold. There might be some viewers out there that will enjoy how vague it is, but for me, it just felt like something is missing. I also felt like the first half of the film is much better than the second half. The first half of this movie rules. It's creepy, unsettling, interesting, and patient. However, once the concept is revealed, the film kind of meanders in its second half, with the main character often just wandering around looking for answers. And to me, that was a misstep. I wish we could have stayed at that house in the second half. Let's be with these characters. Let's explore this concept from the house. I wanted more time with the grandparents, the parents, and the daughter. I wanted more of their twisted family dynamic. But the aspects that this film does nail is its tone, its atmosphere, cinematography, and pacing. This film looks and feels amazing. There's a great sense of dread and uneasiness that drenches the first half of this film, and I loved it. This film is also weird as hell, showing me visuals that I won't be shaking for some time to come. Fans of gore and weird off-putting sequences will have a lot to chew on here. Overall, Best Wishes to All is a mixed bag for me. I think its main theme is interesting, and I love the concept. I just wish that the concept was explored in a more interesting way. I also think that the second half of the film loses its way, which is a bummer considering how great the first half is. But with all that being said, this is not a bad movie. Far from it. It's a solid J-horror film that likens back to the good old days. It doesn't succeed on every front, but it's a welcome return that I was happy to visit. For me, Best Wishes to All is a 6 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, I will see you on the next one.